Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Moletrap here, and oh my FG. This is going to be crazy. We saw Haya take a couple games, we saw Bisu come out and stop him, and now, oh my god, Hwaseong has sent out the big guns. This is Jaedong versus Bisu. I cannot believe that we are seeing this right now. This is absolutely crazy, and this is actually played, we're actually commentating it after they took place, but this is played a mere couple days before Jaedong and Bisu face off in an epic best-of-5 in the GOM Champions special match. So this is going to be a preview and also a chance for each other to gauge against each other, how they're going to do it and see what the other can bring to the table in the epic match coming up. But this is going to be crazy one way or another, though, and this is probably going to determine who's going to have the momentum to finish off this series, because these are basically the best players from either team, and whoever wins this match is probably going to be able to kill off the rest of the other team, theoretically. But crazier things have happened, So, I mean, Kwanro can beat Jangbi in Game 7 sometimes, so you never know. But let's get this game underway. Jaedong versus Bisu on a fresh wind and a bright mood.
Yeah, I mean, Jaedong, of course, the best Zerg around. Bisu, the best Zerg killer around. And what a great matchup this is going to be.
That sign says it all.
It's a little bit... That is amazing. Oh my god. Zealot versus Hydra. Jesus Christ. Wow. Totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was saying it's a little unfortunate because I do know the results of Bisu versus Jaedong in the GOM, so that's might color my retroactive commentary. It's a little unfortunate that the videos just came out now, and only now have we had a chance to commentate them. We're not live in Korea, unfortunately. Otherwise, we'd be probably commentating every game. We'd be, in the stadiums. I wouldn't sleep. I'd just be like, oh my god, commentaries. I'm going to go to every event, and I'm going to just stand there. Even if I'm not an official commentator, I'm just going to sit in the audience and whisper into a tape recorder and be like, and it looks like Jaedong's winning the game! Yeah! Yeah! And then they're just going to have, shots of me being, the crazy dude with the tape recorder. Probably going to kick me out after, the first 2 games. Or Reach is going to get an order of protection against me. But that's alright! Because that would be sweet. Cross positions. Diagonal cross positions. Savior beat Bisu on this map critically in MSL round of 32, and Bisu versus Jaedong historically has gone for Jaedong. By not big margins, though. Jaedong certainly has been beaten by Bisu and been beaten by other very good Prodosses, but man, I'm excited about this. 12 hatch here from Jaedong. Looks like Bisu going to scout it, and he's going to go Forge Nexus here, scouting it second, just like I was saying before. If you scout it second on a 4-player map, you go Forge Nexus, and that's what he's doing. So we're going to see if there's going to be a standard opening here from both players, or if there's going to be some kind of technical rush from either player, some kind of fast Zealots or something, or a Bisu build. Certainly would be fun to watch too, and it might actually not be a bad build on this very open and spread out map, getting lots of coursers and DTs to gain map control and kill off expansions.
I don't know. The expansions are pretty close to each other, the first few especially, so I think it'd be a little bit easier for Jaedong to defend, move his Hydras around, defend against Dark Templar and what have you. So I'm not quite I don't know, but Bisu could do whatever he wants. If he wants to do Bisu build, he could do that. But yeah, it's very, very interesting to see this matchup going on right now, because like you said, they played each other in the past.
Oh, look at that, though.
But, a hidden expansion down at the bottom left for Jaedong. That's pretty interesting. It's in a kind of a strange position, because it's in a position where it's closer to Bisu's base, although it'd be hard to take an expansion that wasn't closer to Bisu's base since he's far away. But it is going to make it a little bit vulnerable, theoretically, if Bisu spots it. What I was going to say is these guys are both in top form right now, which they've both been in mini slumps before. I'm not sure if they've met when they've both been in their tip-top form, so it's really, really exciting to see this matchup now when they're both playing really well, instead of when one is playing well and the other is a little bit of a slump, so that's not quite a gauge, and that's one of the reasons why this is so exciting. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes, and it looks like that probe is just running around. Jaedong seems to have only built a couple Zerglings. One is chasing around that probe, and a few more are heading towards Bisu's base to see what's going on over there, but he is going for some major economy, it looks like, and probably pumping out a lot of drones.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to replace, this rivalry could replace Flash versus Jaedong as the Jaedong rivalry and the Zerg rivalry, of all time right now at least. We're going to see the Overlord now seeing, Bisu's base, and I think Bisu suspects something. He's sending a Zealot to the southwest there, the bottom left, and he is going to go right into that expansion. So this could be very, very bad for Jaedong. This is going to be a hard to hold base. I do like the position though, but not necessarily on this map. I mean, he's picked up the natural of the bottom left, but this is going to be so hard to hold against any technical build, whether it be any kind of fast Zealots, any kind of fast Zealot Templar, Bisu build, even Corsair Reaver, anything is going to be able to have a big tactical advantage against this, because unlike Andromeda, where you can kind of pull this off, this map, the natural there is very exposed. There's 2 entrances. It's going to be hard. Looks like these 5 Zerglings doing a good job damaging one of the Zealots. It looks like, though, these 2 Zealots are going to be able to micro their way to kill off these Zerglings. So a small conflict won by Bisu, and this is going to be so hard. I'm just... Oh, and we are most likely going to see either a Bisu build or a fast Zealot Templar attack here. Either way, this is going to be very, very, very hard for Jaedong to hold off. I mean, he's going to be so spread out, and it's going to be so hard to hold. Looks like he's going to go for 5-hatch, 5-hatch opening here, or at least, most likely a 5-hatch opening. He's going to need to get rid of those Corsairs if he wants to be able to defend here against some kind of technical rush. And looks like he's got mass lings, though. This could save him. This could save him. Savior used this to beat Bisu in the one game they played on Neo Harmony, using mass lings to kill off the cannons, and this is just insane.
Wow, yeah, if he goes for a mass ling rush right now, it could... He's going from both sides! There's 2 entrances to the base on this base! He's got both cannons surrounded! Both the cannons are gonna go down! No, one is still alive! He forgot to kill it off! He finally kills it! Probes are pulled off! The one Dragoon is just chilling on the ramp with probes blocking, and I think that one Dragoon may save him with enough probes surrounding it, but more lings are incoming here. It's getting surrounded from both sides.
Wow.
No, there's only like 6 lings left. The lings are gonna go down, and the Corsair is out now, so Bisu has fended off this attack. He's only lost a couple Zalts and a couple cannons at this point, and Jaedong lost a lot of lings and also a lot of larvae that could have been dedicated to something else at that point. So this, I think this is looking bad for Jaedong at this point. Running in with those Zerglings, just trying to do a little bit of harassment before the next cannon comes in. But in the meantime, Bisu with Templar Archives warping in right now. And an Overlord being killed off by that Corsair. So pretty soon he's going to have Corsairs out, he's going to have Dark Templar out, and he's going to be able to move out and do a little bit of Bisu. Looks like he's going out with Mutalisks as well, and Bisu doesn't have anything for Mutalisks. He's only got the one Dragoon, he doesn't have any cannons in his main, he doesn't have any Corsairs, he doesn't have any Archons yet. So if he can accomplish something with these Mutalisks, he may be able to win this game after all.
Yeah, I would say he was actually in the lead there. Honestly, he stopped Bisu from mining for so long at that natural expansion that Bisu's chances of getting a technical timed rush were kind of shot there, and Bisu did not, oh my god, he did not get cannons in his main. He didn't expect this switch to Mutalisks, but there are Corsairs out though. The Corsairs still might be able to take care of it, but they need to run away. They don't have any anti-air around other than themselves, and no, one more Corsair goes down. 2 Corsairs have been killed. These Mutalisks are ignoring the Corsairs. They're just going to try to kill off the cannons. Bisu throwing 2 Zealots out front. Looks like though he's hauled off the Mutalisks, but the question is, has he sustained so much damage that he can't come back? He's going to try to do some damage of his own. That Sunken Colony not in position to defend. Mutalisks coming back to defend, but the question is, has the damage been done? Even though right now Bisu can go for more Corsairs and stop the air attack, it doesn't seem like he has the economy to be able to defend against the ground switch if Jaedong decides to go for it. I mean, the cannons at the natural expansion were actually pretty important because he lost those and the Zealots, so his natural is very, very undefended right now. He's also lost a ton of probes, so a Hydra switch could be very powerful. On the other hand, a Muta Link could be powerful also, and that looks like that's what Jaedong's going to go for. He's not going to switch to Hydras. He's going to go for some kind of Mutalist Zergling strategy. I actually don't like it as much as a Hydra switch, honestly, because now it looks like Bisu's going to be well prepared for this, and there might be a den somewhere that hasn't been spotted, but right now it looks like it's just going to be Muta Ling to try to finish it off.
Yeah, I don't think he has a Hydra's Den right now, which is a little strange. The air is not going to be able to do any good anymore by itself, definitely. Now
No.
that the Archons are out, he's got 2 cannons at each base, and combined with a couple Corsairs and the Archon are definitely going to be enough to fend off any air attacks here. And Bisu's setting that Corsair out, actually, I think he knows it's going to die, but he's setting it out because he needs to know what's going on. He needs to know if there is going to be a tech switch or not. Oh, no! One Scourge lands! Is he going to get another Scourge on it before he can scout his base? He's surrounded, Bisu dodging like crazy with his Corsair, but I think it's going to go down. And yeah, the Corsair goes down, and he does not critically get a scout of Jadong's base. He did get kind of a scout of his front door, so he might know that he's not... It's less likely that he's massing up Hydras or anything like that because they weren't present there at his front door, but he doesn't know exactly what's going on. There is a den now in Jadong's base, so he could be doing that tech switch after all, and he's putting a lot of pressure on with this air, so maybe he just wants to keep up the pressure with air, keep Bisu building cannons and Archons, and keep those Templar from coming up, which are going to be necessary to beat the Hydralisks.
Yeah, I mean, Jadong has an economic advantage, you can't forget, and he is now making a tech switch. Very smart there from Jadong, just making a slightly later adjustment when he realized he couldn't do any more damage, but he can't afford to take 3 hits like that from a powerful Archon, especially when stacked. Those meters are very weak, and now a timing attack coming from Bisu. He's gone for the Zealot Archon timing attack, and this could be very powerful if Jadong can't keep this back long enough to build up a sizable force of Hydras, and looks like it's just Mutas still for now. Zealots are going to be so powerful against just Lings and Mutas here, with those 2 Archons backing up. It's going to be a micro fight, and somehow Bisu has got himself a large force of Corsairs also, so that's going to be able to just neutralize those Mutalisks. I don't know if Jadong has enough. He's gotten a bunch of Hydralis morphing, I bet there, but 5 Corsairs are going to polish off these Mutalisks. Some sunken colonies here. This game is just absolutely wild, and this is what you expect from 2 of the best players in the world right now. You expect games like this that are just so intense. Zealots getting through there. These Zerglings are not being used. Archons coming up. The Archons might seal the deal here against Jadong.
Oh my god, Sunkens go down, the Hydralisks were blocking the way, but they could not block it. Those Archons are still around, destroying the Mutalisks along the Corsairs going down to Scourges, but the Archons are just going to be able to polish off those Mutalisks. There's only one left, it's about to die, it dies. Zerglings coming from behind, the Zealots are almost all dead though, there's only a couple Zealots left. No, I'm sorry, I missed a few Zealots, killing all the drones actually, and I think that is it, and Jadong knows it as well.
GG!
The drones going down seal the deal definitely. GG coming from Jadong. Bisu extremely happy to take that game. And wow, he's got to feel really great right now because he has basically beaten one of the few players in the world that could be said to be as good as him. And Jadong looking absolutely crushed. He thought he had that in the bag when he caught Bisu off guard with those Mutalisks, but Bisu just barely fended it off. Barely fended off the Lings, barely fended off the Mutas, and just came back with a nice timing attack and went straight for the main. Didn't even try and take out his expansion. Went straight for the main and just went straight in there and destroyed
smart move
him.
there. Yes, a very smart move going for that base. I think if you'd gone for the expansion, it was pretty well defended also, and I think it might have still allowed Jadong to go for some kind of counterattack. Very, very good play though. Force of nature beaten by the pretty boy Protoss here. Bisu showing some very, very exciting play. I gotta say, I respect Bisu a lot after these last 2 games, even more than I did before, which was a whole hell of a lot also. Jadong with a little bit of a savior lip twitch there. The savior lip twitch is what happens when you get beaten by Bisu and you start looking a little bit sad, but Jadong is gonna be playing fine, I'm sure. Anyway, we're moving on right